Well, hello everybody. Happy Wednesday. Excited to have everybody on. It is Wednesday, October 14th, and October 14th is a big day for me, and I'm going to talk about that here in just a minute, but wanted to get on, wanted to go through a message with everybody today. And for those of you that we haven't gotten a chance to connect yet, my name is Jeff Street. I teach people how to make money from home online, and as of today, I've been doing what I've been doing for exactly 15 years. Yep, today is my 15-year anniversary as a home-based business owner with my business that I have right now. And let me tell you, over the last 15 years, it has been a wild ride. And anytime that you do something new, as I think back, and if you can, guys, drop in the comments 15 years. So drop a comment that says 15 years. I see my wife Melissa on. Honey, I appreciate you being on. And definitely lots of reflection today. Lots of reflection as I think back 15 years to when this journey started. And anytime, no matter what it is that you're doing as an entrepreneur, anytime that you start to do something new, anytime that you start a new venture for yourself, you are going to be faced with more doubters than cheerleaders. You're going to be faced with more people telling you you can't do it than people that tell you you can do it. That's just going to be the reality. So you got to understand that. So today I want to talk to you about 3 different ways that you can go out and silence the doubters. You know, the first thing when it comes to silencing the doubters is sometimes those doubters, those naysayers, those crabs in the bucket like we talked about a couple days ago, sometimes those doubters and the naysayers, they get in your head so much that it paralyzes you. So you can't be paralyzed by the doubters. You got to go out and you got to get yourself out of paralysis. You got to go out and take action. Did you know that action is the antidote to all fear? Action is the antidote of fear. Going out and doing something. But sometimes those doubters, those haters, they get in your head so much. My mentor told me years ago, he said, Jeff, if you listen to the wrong voices, you'll make the wrong choices. So you can't let them rent space in your head. You can't let those naysayers and doubters rent space in your mind. And the biggest way to evict them from your mind is to take action. You know, the second thing is you just got to accept that they're going to be part of the process. You know, my mentor told me years ago, he said, Jeff, if nobody's hating on you, if nobody's doubting you, if you don't have a hater, you're playing the game that you're playing too small. You're not making a big enough impact if you don't have anybody doubting you, if you don't have anybody hating on you, you are playing your game too small. So you just got to accept them as a part of the journey. You got to accept that that comes with the territory of being an entrepreneur. And when you accept them and you pay them no mind, all of a sudden they see you're going to go out and do something with or without you. See, you got to go out and talk with your feet more than you talk with your mouth. And what I mean by that is I tell people all the time, don't tell me what you're going to do. Show me what you're going to do. And people are waiting for you to not just tell them what you're going to do, but for people to go out and for you to show them what it is that you're going to do. And when those, doubters, when they, get to you, when they upset you, and then that fire, comes out, you got to light the fire from in the inside. Let the fire be internal. Don't let it be external. Meaning so many people, they get so caught up by the doubters, the naysayers, the people that are challenging them, the people that are going to tell you you're never going to make it, that they get into arguments with people. They get into full, fights with people, and it goes out and it sucks your energy away. So don't let the doubters and the naysayers drain your energy. Keep that energy for you. Keep that energy for you. Just accept that they're there. Don't let them, bother you. Don't let them knock you outside of the box. Just accept that they're there and put your energy into making things happen, not on proving that, the doubters wrong. You're going to prove the doubters wrong by what you do with your feet, not what you say with your mouth. And the third piece that I'm going to tell you today, when it comes to silencing the doubters, is longevity. Yep, longevity equals credibility. Today, again, is my 15 years anniversary as a home-based business owner in the current business that I have today. October 14th, 2005 is when I got started. And you know what? When I got started, there wasn't a lot of people telling me that I could make it. Matter of fact, some of my biggest cheerleaders, some of my biggest fans, some of the people that are most proud of me today told me in the beginning that they didn't think it was going to work. Told me in the beginning that I probably wasn't going to make it. And you know what? It's because they were trying to protect me. It was because they love me. You don't know what you don't know. Does that make sense? Somebody type in, you don't know what you don't know. Because you just don't. And when people love you and you're doing something different, you're doing something new, sometimes they just become scared that you're going to fail. So they sometimes talk you out of it, not because they don't want you to win, but they don't want you to go through the pain of losing. You know what? Losing sometimes is the best teacher. That's why John Maxwell's book, Failing Forward, is so powerful, because what we learn from our experiences is definitely the best teacher. But again, longevity definitely equals credibility. I'm reflecting today and I'm remembering, and I know Patrick Mazer, if he sees this, he'll remember this. I remember the little one-bedroom studio apartment that I lived in Roxborough, Philadelphia, when I just started this journey, right above on Manayunk in Philadelphia. I remember literally living in this little one-bedroom apartment. I remember when I first got started, and I told Patrick, like, "Hey, come over to my place, and we'll, brainstorm." And he walks in, and there's literally holes in my ceiling. I had to cover the holes in my ceiling with blankets. I literally stapled the blankets to the ceiling so you couldn't see the holes in the ceiling. I remember literally earlier on that day, I found a rat in my stove. This is real life. Like, this was me, tens of thousands of dollars in credit card debt, not knowing how I was going to pay rent on my stores that next month. This was me at a point in my life where I had temporarily retired from dating because I couldn't afford to, take a girl out at that point in my life. This was me having lost belief in myself. This was me with my back up against the wall. This was me needing something to work for myself in a big, big way. That was my reality 15 years ago. And most people that could have taken a snapshot of my reality. I wish we had a picture from that day that Patrick came to my house when I first got started, to let you guys see what type of place I was living at that time, to let you see a little glimpse of what was going on in my life. If you looked at my life then and you look at my life today, you wouldn't even believe that it was the same person. But longevity equals credibility. And when it comes to creating success in a business and an endeavor, there is going to be more challenges than there's going to be opportunities. And if I made a list today of here's all the obstacles I've had to overcome, here's all the challenges, all the adversity, all the obstacles, all the naysayers, all the doubters, all the crap that I've had to go through on the journey, if I just made that list and my list and that list only, and I showed that to you, probably most of you would never ever want to do what I did. But at the same time, if I made a list of all the victories, if I made the list of all the amazing things that happened, if I put on the list about, the day that I became, debt free, if I put on the list about walking away from my other business, all the places I've been, all the people I've met, all the amazing things that residual income has done for my life, the freedom, that my wife and I have today, if I made a list of all the different things that we've been able to do, from the places to the experiences to all the incredible things that we've been able to do, if I made that list and I just showed you that list, everybody would be like, I want to do it. But you can't have one without the other. You got to go through the crap to have the stuff that you want. And I can't wait to see what the next 15 years look like. But what I can tell you is today is everybody that was a doubter in the beginning is a believer today. For the most, there might be a couple random exceptions. There's people that no matter what, will never believe in you. We're all going to get that, but it's just amazing, the turn of events over the last 15 years, the turn of the belief and support of others over the last 15 years. But whatever it is that you're doing, persistence. You got to persevere. You got to pray that you never quit. In whatever you're doing as an entrepreneur, remember, the longer that you do it, the more that people are going to believe in you. People will go from, look at what that guy's trying to do, to, man, you couldn't stop that guy. Man, look at what that guy or gal, look what they went through. Look what they accomplished. Look at where they are now. So those are my 3 tips on how you can go out and silence the doubters when it comes to being an entrepreneur. You know, if you got some value out of this message here tonight, click the share button. You know, go ahead and click the share button if the message was valuable here this evening, so that somebody else could go out and get something out of this message, get a takeaway, learn how they can silence some of those doubters in their life. You know, share it with them so they can get something out of it, and drop a comment. You know, drop a comment, and I want you to drop a comment tonight, and here's what I want you to write: longevity. What I want you to write is longevity. Drop that comment. And again, my name is Jeff Street. I teach people how to make money from home online. I hope everybody has an incredible rest of your night. God bless. Thank you to everybody that supported me over the last 15 years, but I can't wait for the next 15 years because I know how incredible that journey is going to be. Thank you to my amazing wife, Melissa, who's been the best part of my 15-year journey, and I'll never forget the day that I met you during a presentation, the best presentation I ever did in my entire life. God bless everybody. Have a great night, and we'll see you tomorrow. Silence your doubters.